here is a short little segment that I tried to put together, and it is called The Whitewash. Now, we are looking at a unprecedented level of racial tension at the moment. Now, this racial tension is both here in the UK and also in America. Now, I understand that this goes back so many years. Yes, we can talk about slavery. Yes, we can talk about it all. We can literally talk about it all from Martin Luther King to Rosa Parks to what's happening in Manchester in the moment to what's happened in America. But it all comes down to this: is the globe as we know it, is it whitewashed? Is it now we're at the stage where people are thinking, you know what, yeah, there's a lot more black people in the world, but why should we care about them? Why do their lives matter? Why are they less significant than other people? This is the big thing that's coming out at the moment. Now, in the UK, a couple of days ago, there was a man with child at petrol station, routinely stopped because apparently the person was speeding, drink driving, with child in the car. Now, it has been questioned because this man was taken out of the car with child and tasered in front of this child. Is this right? No, of course not, because in no way, shape or form should you ever accost a man to the point in front of a child where that child is going to hold on to that trauma for the rest of their lives. Will this be accounted for? Probably not. As with most things, it'll probably get swept under the carpet because not a lot of people seem to care enough about the welfare of, I'll put it out there, at the moment, not enough people care about the welfare of black people in this country. Now, there is a huge poverty gap. And at the moment, it is apparent that coronavirus is killing more black, African, minority ethnic people, or has a higher rate of killing those people than anyone else. The media wants us to believe that it's going to kill more BAME people than it's not. But at the moment, 83% of the people who have died are Caucasian, white males and females. So the metric is there that apparently it kills 4 times as many BAME people, but only 17% of us that have died in this country, in the UK, are BAME. So is it something the media are spilling to make us more aware, to keep us off the streets, to stay in our houses more? I don't know. But at the moment, I'd hazard a guess and say that a lot of the country is starting to think that way. It's starting to feel like we can talk about race until we're blue in the face. Nice pun. But at the end of the day, not enough people care. Not enough people care about the frontline workers who haven't got PPE, even though we're apparently more at risk. Yes, we all see the pictures. Yes, we all see that more BAME people of that 110 people metric up to date are dying because of that. But at the end of the day, do you think enough people care? When a survey went out of people who decided who was going to stay in their house and who isn't staying in their house, 18% of people surveyed aren't staying in their house. 18%. I hazard to say this weekend is bank holiday weekend in the UK. I hazard to say that not enough people at the moment are staying in their homes. Now, today is a cold day. Yesterday is the hottest day of the year at 26 degrees. We had complaints from neighbours on VE Day Friday. There's a massive party going on around the corner. Huge. Now, you think of all the neighbours that are in this local area. Someone, somewhere, should have called the police and reported that. You know what? I like people to have fun, but when everyone is at risk here, what's the point? When the metric is that BAME people are dying, 17% of us are dying out of the 100%. 17% are dying. We're 4 times more likely to die. Women, black women, are more likely to die than black men, but we're all more likely to die than white or Caucasian people. So how do we change that? How do we change the metric? How do we change the metric when there are so many people out there who still think, like those in Georgia, Alabama, that it's okay to kill black people because they're running down the street because apparently they look like someone who burgled on a security video? How is that right? How is it fair? Now, I know the UK is totally different and we've got two contrasting situations, but at the end of the day, if it was a white person, that's not happening. We are victims. Regardless of how you want to see it, we are victims. You look at VE Day celebrations. Now, my partner, she's white, but she noticed VE Day celebrations, there was only one person of colour in the VE Day celebrations on the TV. One person. She also noticed that of all the VE Day celebrations, there was only 3 females. Now, I'm sure that in the war, everyone had a role, everyone played a role, even those that were cast out and ostracised. But at the end of the day, we have a massive problem in society where people aren't prepared to talk about the issues. They get brushed under the carpet. Now, I'm so proud of the black community in America and society itself for outing those murdering racists in Alabama. Because if it didn't get shared, if we didn't share that as a community, I guarantee those 2 people would never have been brought to justice. So fair play. I'm extremely proud of all those people who have protested in Manchester at that petrol station today, put themselves at risk. Okay, social distancing. We still have to social distance, but their daily exercise was going to that petrol station, standing at that forecourt and protesting, and fair play to them. Because if we don't make a stand, if that video doesn't get shared, it doesn't get reported, no one cares. It happens all the time. It happens with murders, it happens with rape, it happens with abuse, mentally, physically, child, adult. It happens with mental health. If it doesn't get shared, it doesn't get reported. Now, the biggest thing for me is what's going to get done about it all. In this country at the moment, I'll say it again, probably not a lot. Because not enough people care. Not enough people care about their neighbours. And the best thing you can ever say about coronavirus, and yes, it has brought communities together. Yes, we all go and stand on the doorstep and applaud every Thursday. It's not enough though. It's not. Because what will happen is, after this is all over, nurses and doctors won't get paid any more money. And then what was it all for? Yay, we all cheered in the street. Yay. Woo. Now, why am I so angry? I guess it's because I know what it's like to have lived in this country for 40 years. I know what it's like for people to have crossed the street when I've been jogging towards them. Cross the street. I know what it's like to be on a football pitch in Wales and been racially abused. I know what it's like. Now, the colour of our skin does not dictate who we are as people. It doesn't. That never has changed who I am. I've always been a fun-loving, happy, jovial, normal person. I'm just a normal guy. If you shook my hand, I'd treat you no differently to anyone else. So the problem is, why are we still in a society where people feel it's okay to abuse people because of the colour of their skin? And I'll tell you why. It's because the people in power won't change anything. They won't. So in truth, the question was, is the world whitewashed? The answer is yeah, a little. But until it changes at the top, it will never change at the bottom. And the biggest thing of all is that we still have to live together. We still have to shake the hands of our neighbours, never knowing what they're saying about us. But is that our privilege? Probably not. But in order to make the world and society a better place, we as a society have to change it. Like the pollution that's changed at the moment because of everybody being off the roads, we are ready for a change. We are ready for the new normal, and we are ready for racism to take a back seat. Until next time, I've been T. Take care.